Hi everyone, twitch.tv/GameStager here. In this video, I'm just going to show you how to use the Wagasa better. So first things first, to start out each fight, what you want to do is you want to use the glider. The glider has the best down attack for Wagasa. It's the only way to do this attack that I know of, where you dive down and then back up. Both the dive down and the up attack have the most damage. And then after that, if you have earplugs, earplugs don't work on Dreadclaw, by the way, but if you have earplugs on, you can keep spamming, and right after you land, just place boxes and then go on the boxes and then keep doing your slam down again. If you do this enough times, you should already have your charge. If you don't end up getting it fully charged, the next best way to get the attack is to do your parry move and then your X spam. And also, if you just use other basic katakiri to keep trying to charge it, it charges really fast if you're not parrying. And another good way to charge it is to use your thrust that lifts you up in the air and then do your in-air X attack swings, which is your horizontal swings. So once you have your umbrella charged, your basic best combo you're going to be using that is not using katakiri is going to be your side dash, then your horizontal is going to lift you up in the air. And you could immediately use your lunge to go back down if you want, but this ends up wasting more of your stamina. So the best thing to do is to use your side dash, then your horizontal, and then just spam your horizontal till the combo ends, and then you use your lunge to go back down. Once you go back down, you either could do the dash again and keep doing it, or it's really good to spawn a singular box and then drop down on the monster again. This move does a lot of damage. It's really easy to target weak points with, and it's just really easy to break parts using this move. But yeah, that is your basic best combo that you have. When you could get out the parry umbrella attack, which is where you push parry and X with a full charge and it throws your umbrella to spin, you could cancel that at any time you want to by spawning a katakiri. So if you miss, or the monster is going to attack you, or the monster leaves, all you have to do is spawn a katakiri and it will cancel it out and let you move. So what I like to do is I like to use the umbrella when the monster is immobile, and then right at the end, before it does the final attack, I just place a katakiri and jump on it and then do a slam on top of the monster. And that seems to be one of the best combos you could do. The final attack of the umbrella spin actually does the most damage out of it, but the length of time it takes to get to that attack is not worth it, so I always just cancel it before the last attack. If you want to use the glider more to actually do the damage, because the glider does have the best damage out of the katakiri things, and if you stack katakiri fury on your build, then you could make it do a lot of damage, is to place a box and then the glider on top of the box. This will actually just lift you up high enough instantly that you could use it without having to do that whole like slow animation in the beginning that wastes a lot of time. So sometimes when you do your attacks, you will go above the monster, like you use a jump pad and you launch yourself towards the monster and then hit it, and it's going to go above the monster and your X swings aren't going to be hitting. What you could do is you push your lunge attack, which takes you down, and then right when you're at level with the monster where you want to be, where you're actually hitting it, so you get towards the face, for instance, you immediately push your parry button and then start spamming your horizontal swing, which is X on Xbox controller. And that will get you at level. So whenever you end up above the monster with this weapon, which will happen a lot with a lot of these moves, that is what you do. You lunge down, and before you hit the ground, like when you're at the level you want to be attacking at, you immediately push parry and start swinging. So this weapon uses a lot of stamina a lot of the time, so just make sure that you're spamming the katakiris to get your stamina back. If you keep doing the dash, up swing, and then down swing, you will lose your stamina really fast. That's why I suggest using your X attack a lot. And that's also why I suggest once you lunge back down to do a katakiri box and then slam down right afterwards so that you could preserve your stamina. Another thing that you could do with your parry is if you miss the parry, you could use a horizontal swing and immediately parry again. You could do this probably up to 3 times before you're out of stamina, but it makes your parry window a lot longer. You're still going to get hit a lot of the time trying to do this, but it can save you a lot of the time. And yeah, those are the basics of using the Wagasa. I have another thing that I show in this video, which is using shield wall. I've found out shield wall is actually ridiculously good. You could place the 2 first parts of it and the last part whenever you want, and it will pop up and stop the monster in its tracks. So a lot of the monsters in this game will try to attack you while you're healing. And while you are healing, you could actually build. So whenever I'm healing, I just get ready to place a shield wall, and then if the monster looks at me and it looks like it's going to jump at me, I just put the first 2 parts of it, and then I put the last part right as it comes at me. And this is one of the easiest ways to block and like parry monsters in the entire game. It is absolutely ridiculous easy once you figure that out. This will protect you while healing like 90% of the time. But yeah, so the rest of the video is just going to be showing you my build and how I build my character specifically for this, and I hope you enjoyed, and I hope that helps you use this weapon better. Now, so for my build that I'm using, I've been using a bunch of different elemental ones, because element's actually really good. I finally realized why element is good when it is against their weakness, or even if it's neutral, is because element is the easiest thing to buff in the game. So like your talismans, you could put fire up to like 3 or 4%, I think, and you could do that like 5 times. There's no way to do that just for like raw attack in your talisman tree. But yeah, I get Dodge Master in the top left of the skill tree, Dodge Master in the very bottom right of the skill tree, and then bring those wherever you want. This is my current build. I have One Stroke Fury on everything now because it is one of the biggest damage buffs in the game, and I'm breaking parts so often that I almost always have it up. I have tried both human and the demon path builds, and the human path build, I think I actually can do more damage with one stroke critical, but the problem is earplugs. Earplugs is the best perk in the entire game, basically, because it lets you stagger the monster before the fight even starts, and whenever a monster tries to leave the area, you actually have time to place a harpoon or something. Yeah, this is the armor that I'm wearing. So One Stroke Fury gloves. This is another 17% attack when you break apart. And then I've got these on because 10% more for Sleight of Hand Fury, 10% more damage when I'm using Katakiri. So when I'm doing my box combo, I'm doing 10% more damage. And then these boots, Savage, extra damage, and Follow Through. Follow Through gives you stamina back on crits. And since your weapon should be critting quite often, it actually is really, really useful with this because you are hitting so many attacks in a row and your stamina is draining like crazy. For my talismans, I'm running One Stroke Fury, Katakiri Fury with Hawkeye, Flame Wielder, and Fire Boost was before the talisman nerf. I haven't changed this yet. I don't know what I will. I will run this on my fire weapon, which I have on right now, so that's why this is on. And then another One Stroke Fury. Ideally, I will have 5 One Stroke Furies. I have to farm the Ice Tusk more, I think, for that. And ideally, I'd have 5 One Stroke Furies with the elemental boost that I'm using at the time. That's probably the best possible damage you could get. But yeah, that's it for the Wagasa. It's actually one of my favorite weapons in the entire game now. I don't think it's as good as the Nadachi, but it is one of the most engaging and fun ways to play the game. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video,